REST, the abbreviation stands for representational state transfer, right? So it is a software model or an architectural model for the distributed systems, mainly used in the World Wide Web, right? So why it has become so popular is with the help of all the huge enterprises like Google, Amazon, Yahoo, right? And especially in case of social networks like Facebook and Twitter, because they can use the REST components because of its simplicity, and also the implementation is so easier, right? And most of the clients are also using the same REST. So it is based on 4 principles. That is, the first thing is the resource identification through URIs, right? So first we need to identify where the resource is. Say if I want to find a particular music file, then I should know where I should contact in order to get the music file, right? So likewise, I should know where the particular type of service is available. So what this REST will do is, the RESTful web service, it will show what are all the resources, okay, and where the resources are present, that is the targets, so that the client can able to interact with the target and can get the service from the required resource. So the basic component that helps in this discovery, that is service discovery, is URI, right? So any information, automatically in order to identify the information or the service, we will have a name, right? So each resource will be named, whatever the resource type it may be. So just we are going to map the entities, right? So each particular resource will be identified by the unique name. So more precisely, we are going to call it as an uniform resource identifier, right? So this URI can be identified with the help of the URL, right, which provides the global addressing schemes and components where we can able to fetch the particular type of service. So through which we can able to get the service discovery, right? So this URIs can also be bookmarked, or it can be hyperlinked like that of a normal documents, right? And okay, how we are going to use the REST service? We said the REST is a service where we can able to acquire the service, but how the service can be provided? You cannot just call a particular type of service, right? You should have some methods in order to do the particular task on that service, right? So basically we will be performing any type of application. In any type of application, we will be using the CRUD, right? Create, read, update, and delete. So these are the basic operations that has to be done anywhere, right? So similarly, the REST works on HTTP, right? So the REST lies on HTTP alone, and HTTP, it contains the basic methods, right? Put method, get, post, delete, likewise. So what the put will do is, it will create a new resource, right? And that can be destroyed by the delete method. Whereas the get, it receives the current state of a particular resource, whether the what is the status of the resource, whether it is active or it is inactive, likewise. Similarly, post, where we can able to take that resource from one state to another state, from passive state to active state, right? So likewise, for that we will be using the post method. And it is going to be what are all the messages we are going to communicate to the REST. It is a self-descriptive, right? So the REST message itself will contain the enough information about why this message has been sent and what service it is looking for. So the entire message will tell what are all the services we need from the particular service provider, right? So there is no need of parsing the particular message, right? And in REST, it is achieved with the help of many different markup languages. Say for example, it may be HTML, XML, okay, MIME extension, or plain text, PDF, JSON, so likewise. So the content can be in any type of formats. So this REST, what it does is, it provides multiple or alternate representations. So you can have n number of alternate representations for each type of resource. I can represent a particular resource say for example, like a rectangle. Another one can represent the same resource as a circle. So likewise, telling it for an example. So likewise, each and every component's representation will vary, right? So for that, we need a metadata which describes about the particular type of resource, right? So where this particular type of resource is available and what is the purpose, right? We can also use these type of resources. We can able to use it for cache control, error detection, authentication, authorization, right? For access control, for creating ACLs, access control lists. So everything we can able to use. So the metadata is helpful for all these type of applications, apart from the representation of a resource.